Alicia here, out for my walk with Reenie, my adorable half schnauzer, half terrier, all Muppet. This is Sustainable Events Dog Walk, a short podcast from Positive Impact Event Consulting, where you can get a quick nugget about sustainability for your events and event business while on a walk with Alicia and her dog Reenie. Sustainability is a big project, but we'll get there together, one little step at a time. Walk time! I've already shared with you the 4 pillars of sustainability, which are, as we know, environmental, social and community, personal health and well-being, and economic. What I did not do is describe what sustainability is, what it's referring to. We always think of environmental sustainability. How will our environments continue as successful ecosystems without extinct species? But when we look at the UN Sustainable Development Goals, we're looking at sustaining the human race on Earth. Okay, come on. Both the ability for our ecosystems to persist and the ability for humans to persist, for us to be taking care of each other, to be able to live a healthy and economically successful life, not in enslavement or squalor. And so that's where the sustainability of making a choice that will be helping to sustain your community and your community members, helping to sustain your personal health, to make sure that your business can go on, both with you as a leader and economically, helping your community to be sustained economically, and then your nation and the rest of the world who we're buying from. So it's about creating this loop where everyone is supporting each other. What does this have to do with your business? Likelihood is you are not Microsoft, so maybe your impact is going to be small. Rolling in the leaves. Reenie, the leaves are wet. Shake it off. Good girl, shake. Okay, let's walk. What is the upside of sustainability? Something that I talk about a lot is how at the beginning of sort of the green movement, as it was called, and the concept of environmentalism and sustainability from the 70s and then the 90s, we talked a lot about consumer pressure. Consumers are going to care. And so you need to be able to address this topic. You need to be educated. You need to be acting well. And then what happened was the invention of the internet, which is followed relatively shortly by the invention of Google and search engine. And basically, this concept of consumer pressure, there's going to be demands from the consumer that you be able to provide recycled printing materials if you're a printer, or have answers about, your waste as a caterer. All of that sort of went away as people were able to Google for someone who markets that they're already doing what the consumer is interested in seeing. So you, as the service provider, are now, thanks to search engines, potentially being passed over if you are not providing whatever the service is that your ideal client is looking for. And so on top of the fact that from an environmental standpoint, I think we can all agree we want to be doing better. And from a business standpoint, whether you file as a B Corp or participate in any other form of recognition for being a conscientious business owner or participating in, your local community, whatever it may be, this is going to be something that does serve you from a business standpoint, not because of direct consumer demands, but because your consumers are circumnavigating you. They're walking right past if you are not educated, if you're not able to address this topic, if you're not able to provide the demonstration of what you are capable of and what you are willing to do. Because basically what the consumers have learned is that sustainability in its various forms, doing the various types of measuring and tracking that is recommended, following ISO 20121 protocols, are inconvenient, is that they're not trying to bother people who are going to tell them how annoying it is, and rather go straight to people who are comfortable addressing those needs. And lots of clientele are not going to be having extreme needs. They're not going to be attempting to create a carbon neutral event. What they are wanting to do is communicate to their own stakeholders, their own clientele, their own market, that they are being responsible and that they are trustworthy in their community by being able to address these issues. So you're basically providing this as a pass-through service that's giving everyone more trustworthiness and desirable qualities to the people that they are trying to impress. And so as you're looking at what you care about and deciding how you want your business to represent, I recommend starting with the authenticity of choosing the areas to focus on that you are interested in, educating yourself in the areas that matter the most to you, but still having general literacy. And then you can say honestly in your marketing and to your clients that this is a service you're willing to work on for them. And you won't have to immediately go out and do tons of extra education if you already have that baseline literacy. I'll do another episode where I read out the 17 UN Sustainable Development Goals, but hopefully this gives you an idea of how, when you're looking at your own business practices and your procedures and your marketing, you can address the 4 pillars of sustainability, how they matter to you, what you're doing about them, and that will give you more of a perspective that this is not exclusively an activity in moral superiority or virtue signaling, that we are working toward everyone living in this more ideal circumstance. And you only have to make a small effort to make a difference, because things are not great right now. And I'm not here to be the pessimist, and I'm not here to bum you out, but honestly, because of some of the choices that have been made in the last 20 years, 40 years, we can make significant improvements through pretty small actions. So hopefully that helps you feel like small changes are worth doing and you don't have to save up until you can make a big leap, because it's all about whatever you can do. And that if everyone did what they could, we'd be off to a pretty big impact. I would love to address your questions and concerns in a later episode of Sustainable Events Dog Walk. You will be able to find the link to my Google form in the show notes, or email me. My email is also in the show notes. And I would love to either answer your question or answer a voice note if you would like to leave me a short voice note. And I'll be back next time with one more little nugget that you can do to change your sustainable impact. Thanks for joining me on Sustainable Events Dog Walk. I'm Alicia Druby, founder of Positive+Impact Event Consulting, and I want to help you integrate sustainability into your event business so you're ready to make every event you work on more sustainable. See you next time.